body ages, the mind decays, and everything you once called knowledge turns to dust. Tell me, what's the meaning of reading 1,000 books if those books will one day fade from your trembling hands? What's the point of mastering 20 skills if your bones will rot before your legacy begins? We worship knowledge, but we accept death. Orochimaru never did. In a world that praises heroes for dying with honor, there was one man who refused to die at all. When the others sought peace, Orochimaru sought permanence. He looked at the graves of geniuses and saw tragedy, not because they died, but because everything they learned died with them. To him, life was not sacred. It was fleeting, and what's fleeting cannot hold value. He stared at the corpses of great minds and whispered, "If death erases the mind, then knowledge itself is meaningless." So he became the serpent, a creature that devours, sheds, and renews. Each skin left behind was a body, and each body a failed experiment in eternity. The body ages, but the mind is immortal. Orochimaru's philosophy was not born out of greed. It was born from pain, the pain of knowing too much and realizing that all of it would vanish one day. You see, when the mind expands beyond what it can endure, death feels like mockery. Every second alive feels like watching your own brilliance decay. He didn't want power, he wanted time. Time to finish the endless pursuit of understanding. The world called him monster, but to him, he was the only one honest enough to admit the truth, that morality is a disguise for fear. Fear of what we might become if we stop pretending to be human. Orochimaru believed the body was a prison, a temporary vessel that limits infinite thought. So he tried to abandon it, piece by piece, nerve by nerve, body by body. But here lies the paradox. Every time he shed his flesh, he lost something else. A memory, an emotion, a fragment of his humanity. The more he tried to preserve knowledge, the more he forgot what it meant to feel. He lived for centuries and seconds, but each second pulled him further away from himself. It wasn't the fear of death that haunted him. It was the fear of dying unfinished. It's human nature not to realize the true value of something unless they lose it. Orochimaru lost everything, friends, emotion, purpose, in his search for meaning beyond mortality. He wanted to conquer time, but time conquered him in return. He became eternal, yes, but eternity was silent. No heartbeats, no warmth. Only the echo of his own mind, endless and alone. The philosopher who rejected death ended up creating a life worse than it. He learned that even if the mind could live forever, it would still crave something mortal. The touch of another hand, the sound of a laugh, the pain of loss. Because without death, nothing matters. Orochimaru once said, "It's only natural to want to learn all the world's secrets, but some truths are not meant to be learned. They are meant to be felt." He searched for meaning through experiments, through stolen bodies, through forbidden knowledge. Yet the more he learned, the more he realized the greatest secret was not in science or jutsu, but in acceptance. The acceptance that knowledge has beauty because it fades, that meaning exists because time destroys it. Orochimaru, the eternal seeker, became a god trapped in his own labyrinth of thought, a god who envied the dead. Maybe immortality isn't about living forever. Maybe it's about leaving behind something that thinks, that breathes, that continues your search when you're gone. Orochimaru wanted to outlive his era, and in a cruel way, he did. Every time someone questions the meaning of knowledge, every time someone asks why we chase perfection knowing we'll die, Orochimaru's voice whispers through the dark, because we cannot stop, because curiosity is the only immortality we have. Maybe Orochimaru wasn't a villain after all. Maybe he was just a man who saw too far into the abyss and couldn't look away. If you felt that same chill, if you too have wondered whether knowledge is worth dying for, then you already carry the curse he lived with. Subscribe for more insights and embrace the shadows.